Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully your favorite Helldivers 2 content creator, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain all of the boosters in the game to you guys and also tell you which ones I recommend and which ones I like. Okay, I'm not going to do a tier list. Okay, I hate those and I think that they are very uninformative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the effects of all of these with you and then tell you why I recommend the ones that I do. Okay, so let's get started. The first booster that you have to be aware of is called Vitality Enhancement. What this does is that it allows Helldivers to resist injury. Not very descriptive, but its actual effect is to basically make it so. Now, both of these will effectively feel the same to you, but I don't know which effect is applying. It will either do a damage reduction, meaning that every attack to whatever body part will deal less damage than it normally would, or it increases the health of all your limbs, meaning that you have a larger health pool for each limb. I genuinely don't know which one it is. Okay, and I'm going to be very, very honest about this. It says allows Helldivers to resist injury, but what it seems to do is that it appears to, as far as I can tell, reduce the injury to each of your limbs. Meaning that each limb, when attacked, takes less damage. Okay, that's what it seems to be. But it will not stop you from bleeding out from your torso. It will not stop you from having actual injuries like your right arm, leg, whatever. It just takes longer for your Helldiver to actually get injured. So that's the effect of Vitality. All right. Still very useful, though, because quite frankly, being able to resist injury on each of your limbs helps you survive longer. Now, next one. Stamina Enhancement. This one is, well, it says there that it increases all Helldivers' stamina capacity and recovery. What does this actually mean? Basically, you will receive a 30% increase to the duration for which you can sprint. Okay, it varies based on armor, and there's a whole Reddit thread on this that you can actually check out. It's really informative if you really want to do that. But roughly, the effect is 30% increase to the time which you can spend sprinting, and the recovery is roughly 23% faster. You recover your stamina faster after you deplete it. All right? So, well, not after you deplete it. In fact, any stamina recovery is faster. So just take note of that. That's what this does. And that's why it is one of the most useful boosters because, quite frankly, being able to run away for longer or run to objectives longer is so helpful for finishing missions faster. And surviving, of course. Okay. Muscle Enhancement. This is one of the misunderstood ones. Now, I'm going to take a sip. This is one of the misunderstood ones because what it does is that, let's say you've got difficult terrain. This means bushes, steep uphills, things like that. Your Helldiver will be able to travel up those or through bushes and things like that a lot faster. What it will do is that it will basically reduce any terrain effects, such as snow, sand, all this kind of stuff. All of this, swampy terrain, by the way, all of this is difficult terrain. And what this will do is it will just make your Helldiver move faster through difficult terrain. That's it. That's its effect. Okay? So it's pretty good, and it is also quite widely used for those reasons. But it will not stop acid slows, all that other kind of stuff. All right? It only has to do with the ground. Terrain only. Okay? Great. Next is the UAV Recon Boost. Simple terms. The base radar range is 50 meters. This boosts it by 25 meters. So you end up getting 75 in total. Okay? The UAV Recon Boost is mostly taken on missions where you're farming super credits, because it'll allow you to spot points of interest a lot faster. 25 meters is no joke. It's actually quite a distance if you think about it, and it's very helpful for that. So usually on farming missions, if you're duoing, one person can bring along UAV Recon Boost, and it makes farming go a lot faster. So that's another option. All right. That's all it does. It doesn't really do anything else. So just be aware. Okay. Increased reinforcement budget. This gives you one more reinforcement for every Helldiver in the squad. Simple math. If there are 4 Helldivers, you have 20 reinforcements, right? This makes it so you have 24. If you have 3 Helldivers, you've got 15 total, right? And you have 3 more on top of that, so 18 total. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what it does. Okay, instead of 5 reinforcements per Helldiver, you get 6. That's increased reinforcement budget. Okay, flexible reinforcement budget. Flexible reinforcement budget makes it so that when you have 0 reinforcements and you have to wait 2 minutes per additional reinforcement, yeah, this makes it so that you gain additional reinforcements 10% faster. That's 12 seconds off the timer. That's it. That's all it does. So when you're at 0 reinforcements, instead of it saying 2 minutes to the next reinforce, it'll say 1 minute 48 seconds each time. I don't really like this one because it only applies when you're at 0 reinforcements, which means pretty bad situation already, and you just tack this on top. So up to you if you like it. I personally don't. Now, Hellpod space optimization, everybody's favorite. This thing means that you come out of, and this is one of the few where the description is accurate. Helldivers come out of the Hellpod fully stocked on ammo, grenades, and stims. It does what it says. You walk out of the Hellpod fully stocked on ammo, grenades, and stims. You will be just coming out with your 4 stims, 4 grenades, full ammo clips, full ammo magazines. Done. That's it. Never leave home without this. I love this booster so much because it is the best, in my opinion. Every team needs to have this. Okay, localization confusion. There's a lot of confusion about what this does. It says increases the time between enemy encounters. Lots of people think that this is to do with patrols. That's not the case at all. What this does is that enemy encounters, in the case of this text, refers solely to bot drops and bug breaches. There's an internal cooldown before another bot drop can be called in or another bug breach can be called in. So, on a hell dive, it's roughly 2 minutes, yeah? What this thing will do is it'll make it so that the timer, the internal cooldown, increases by 30 seconds. So instead of a bot breach or bug drop every, a bug breach or a bot drop every 2 minutes, it becomes 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, I miscalculated in the past and thought the effect was about 30 to 40%. I was wrong on that. It's actually just a flat amount of 30 seconds. All right, that's what this does. Very useful, very useful. But once you get used to it, and once you get used to the higher difficulties and you want a bit of a challenge, you can swap this on for another like mobility booster or whatever, and just let them call in, and you can kill your way through or stealth your way through or whatever you want to do. All right, it's up to you. Okay, next one on the list, Expert Extraction Pilot. Again, one of the very straightforward options. It makes it so that at extraction, your Pelican 1 pilot will come in 15% faster. That's it. 15% amounts to 18 seconds. So instead of a 2-minute timer, you will see 1 minute 42 seconds, and that's all it does. Okay? Because it only applies at the end of a mission, not very popular. Except when you're farming trivial missions, always go in with this. So if you're like trying to fast bank liberation, this is one of the ways to do it. You'll just be able to bank really fast because you'll be extracting and saving 18 seconds each time, which adds up. It really does add up. Okay. Motivational Shocks. Motivational Shocks is the new booster from the Polar Patriots War Bond, and it is very, very deeply misunderstood. Let me take a quick drink, and I'll explain it to you. Okay. What Motivational Shocks does is that whenever there's acid, right now acid is the only thing, the bug acid specifically from the Hunters and Bile Titans. The bug acid, when it slows you down, you'll recover faster from that slowdown. That's all. It does not make you immune to the slow. It does not have any other effects outside of that. It only applies to slows from attacks. So, as far as we can tell from our observation and testing, again, there's no way to get you an exact figure, but it appears to have an effect of about 50%. So you recover from any slow effect 50% faster. But because it does not give you immunity to the slow, all right, multiple hunters can slow you down and you'll still end up being slowed. But you recover from all those slows faster. All right? Same with the Bile Titan Spew. You will recover faster and therefore be able to get out of the way faster. Whether or not this is useful to you depends on you and your team as players. If you find that the hunters are not a big problem, don't bring this along. You find that terrain is more of a problem, bring along like muscle enhancement. But again, because it only applies to acids so far, and I don't think there are any other slow effects for now, this only applies. This like is only useful on the bug faction. All right. Now, we've covered all these boosters, all of them, every single one. Let's now talk about which ones I recommend. So, which are the recommended boosters, and why do I recommend them? In general, if you've watched the Super Earth Elite Forces play, we tend to take stamina, vitality, Hellpod, space optimization. These are the big three. Why are they the big three? Because they apply throughout the entire match, and they're useful throughout the entire match. Vitality enhancement applies from the moment you start the match to the moment you end the match. Same with stamina, same with Hellpod, space optimization. All right. The fourth slot is usually like a free slot. You take whatever helps you with the mission or to counter the negative effects of the planet. If you're going to be on a planet with a lot of blizzards, for example, muscle enhancement is going to be your best friend. Being able to move swiftly through the blizzards is very helpful. If you are afraid of a lot of breaches or bot drops, localization confusion can be a big help. If you are not confident in your team, this can help your team avoid getting swarmed with 30 seconds extra grace time. All right, plenty of time to shoot out all the small minions before they call something in. UAV recon boost only really used if you're farming. All right, these two are rarely, if ever, used. Although some people do bring them along, they are so useless. The 4 additional reinforcements, assuming a squad of 4, is not very helpful because you're only using them if you die a lot. And if you're dying a lot, you already got a problem. Same with this. Because this only helps you when you're at 0 reinforcements, it's not very useful. When you're already at 0 reinforcements, things are already so messed up. Shaving off 12 seconds isn't going to help you. I'm just going to be honest about that. So that's why this is also not used a lot. For that same reason, Expert Extraction Pilot is not used very often because it only applies to extraction. Again, most people find a good use for this to be farming trivial or easy missions where your role is to get out of there as fast as possible, bank the liberation, and carry on. So it's only used for those missions, not really used for any serious missions because it's way better to have one of the big 3, all right, or any other effect that will apply throughout the match, like muscle enhancement, UAV, motivational shocks, localization, all these. So these 3 are extremely situational or rarely used, right? This one also, these 4, situational or rarely used. Big 3 is Hellpod, space optimization, vitality, and stamina. And you've got muscle enhancement, localization, confusion, and motivational shocks. This is usually your optional choice to assist you with whatever situation you're dealing with. Sometimes, if really necessary on a bug mission, we might go Hellpod space, stamina, we'll drop vitality, and we'll take muscle enhancement and motivational shocks. You can do a combo like that. Just because there's a big 3 doesn't mean you only want to apply the big 3. Okay? You can apply whatever fits your situation. But this is what they do. This is what we recommend. All right? Try to pick boosters that apply throughout and have very useful effects. Again, big 3, then it's your choice. Okay? That brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much to all the lovely supporters that have been keeping this channel running. I'm actually going to start at the very top. Let me thank some amazing channel members that have made all of this super possible. At the OnlyFan level, we have Kyle and Nisk. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to BVS Fang, Arcane Silver, and Death Dawning for being Plus Ultra members as well. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And last but certainly not least, very far from least, these are some of the top people who have gifted memberships and all that kind of stuff. Oops, sorry. I had to open up the stream to get the list. But these are our top supporters for May. All right. Top super chatter is Bulbasaur and Trazix20. All right. Top super chatter list includes Telejello, BVS Fang, Ninja Floss, Olivia Moses, Grumcall Thraka. Top channel membership gifter is Kyle Gross. Top channel membership gifter list includes Nisk, Arcane Silva, Giara Fish, Superfly AF, Tommy Ma, Track Hoodie, and Olivia Moses. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do for me. And I will see you all on the next video. Y'all have a good one. And hey, get you later.